Hey everyone, it's VM Campos Magic Fan. How are you doing? It's another streaming Saturday where I will stream some Magic Arena on a Saturday. See, I picked an amazing name for that, right? An amazing title. So what we're gonna do is play some Magic Arena. We're gonna crack some packs. We're gonna chat with the chat. We're gonna do all that cool stuff. And thanks for following Wizard Oak. Really appreciate that. Thanks for being on the podcast, and then also for following on Twitch. There now playing Hanging Out Mate. Okay, so it actually is saying it properly this time, I guess. It wasn't saying the name of the music from before, but now it's there officially. So, okay, that's cool. I guess I know what I'm doing now. And, question there for the chat. Can you hear the music okay? It's supposed to have music playing. I can hear it fine, but I'd like to hear from you in the chat there. Is it playing fine? Well, what we've got in store for today over here on the card cam is we're going to crack a pack of a few things. I don't have any magic cards to crack at the moment. But we're gonna open up a 1993 Marvel Masterpieces. I think this is Series 2. So we're gonna open this. Really cool art in this. We're going to open a booster of something I've never opened before. This is the Mobius Collector Cards by Comic Images. So we're gonna open that. Look for special prize and chromium cards. 10 cards per pack. I'm going to open this weird thing. I think this is from like 1981 or so. This is the Awesome All-Stars. 5 full color stickers and bubblegum. Get all 99 of them for 25 cents. It's just like some weird, like, this is before Garbage Pail Kids. It's just some weird, sort of like funny horror juvenile sport thing, and it's got gum. No, I will not be eating this gum like I did with the other gum. And lastly, I guess I've got these Ice Age trading cards. Remember that original Ice Age movie? You know, the Pixar movies are the ones that get all the fame, but Blue Sky did theirs with, you know, Fox, I guess, right? So, so that's what's in store over there. We're going to just open some fun booster pack of things. And most likely I'm going to give these away eventually to loyal patrons and such. And in the meantime, we're going to do some gameplay. Let's switch back over to the game right over here. So we're going to do some gameplay. Actually, what I'm going to do is do a little quick Discord promotion. Gonna do some quick. Hey, Mark, how are you doing? I was about to do some quick Discord promotion and just inviting more people to come hang out. So, link found an item. Okay, so quick question there for the chat, Mark. On screen, do you see it showing the name of this song? And better question, do you hear the song playing? While you're answering there, I am going to mention in this other Discord, hey Magic players, come and hang out right meow. I'm streaming some arena. And I guess I'll put both of my Twitch and YouTube, and youtube.com/vmcomposjr. Okay, so just a little quick promotion right over there, and I got a text message over here. Low internet connection, but I will try. Okay, no problem. I shouldn't have read that out loud, but so anyway, okay, here's what we're gonna be going up with today. We've got the, oh, look at that, Wizard Oak. Thank you so much for following. If you haven't heard there in the chat, the latest episode of Let's Enter the Arena, my magic-focused chat, I had Wizard Oak all the way from the United Kingdom. And we talked some magic, got his perspective. It was really cool. So let's play a little bit of Magic. I think I'm just going to go directly to what I want to do today, which is the ranked draft Thorne of Eldraine. Let me do one thing here, actually. Let's go over here. I am one game away from getting to Diamond. This would be the third time ever that I reached Diamond. I was in Gold for the first several months of Arena. I've started to get into Platinum pretty consistently. I've been stuck at Platinum 4 for a lot. And I think back in August or July, I got to Diamond for the first time. Then I didn't get to Diamond until October. And I'm one game away there. Now, it has been a pretty hard game. I was using Simic Flash to get to Platinum, and then I was just stuck on the dregs of Platinum 4. I could not get out of it. I would barely get to Platinum 3 and then just get pushed back. It was like really disconcerting, really difficult. Simic Flash was not working. So I then switched over to, like, I just said, well, okay, I'm resigned. I tried to do Mardu Knights, Orzhov Knights, Simic Flash. I was not able to get past Platinum 4. It was so weird. So I said, okay, forget it. I'm just going to play fun jank stuff. I made it to Platinum. That's fine. That's my minimum. I'm there. So I started to play Mono Black. And this was a mixture of like some weird control discard. And it was working really well. And I went Platinum 4, 3, 2, 1. And like almost undefeated for like 3 days in a row. And I'm like, whoa, am I breaking the meta? Because I was able to handle the Oko decks, which I wasn't really running into that often. And I was kind of running into other like jank Platinum decks here, because like the algorithm, once you play a tier deck, you're teamed up with so many other tier decks that it's like you better play 120% perfectly. And this deck is like, no one's playing this deck. And it got me this far. So this is the second time I've gotten to Platinum 1.4, meaning I only need one more game and then I'm up to Diamond again. I got up to it, I played, and then I dropped back down to Platinum 1.0, and I'm like, this is like too much for my fragile sanity. And I played one more time, and I was starting to get some like Simic or Food and Oko decks, and I'm like, I'm not able to handle it again. Do I need to change? And honestly, real talk, I'm kind of afraid to play again and lose the ranking that I'm at. But obviously, you can't get to Diamond without actually playing. And like, I want to play on the stream, but like, I don't know, I'm not. You know me, like if I on the streams, when it's this high stakes, which is not high stakes, but it's like I take it high stakes, and I mess up on the stream and everyone sees, like I can't take that. But in the limited, I'm fine. You know, we'll play. I'll get bummed, whatever, but we'll do that. Anyway, that's where I'm there. I might do one game to see if I can get up to Platinum. I mean, if I can get it to Diamond, maybe, maybe not. We'll see. But that's where I'm at right now. Platinum 1.4, Silver Tier 4. And let's play right now. Actually, let's crack a pack. Let's crack a pack of cards here that I actually have on Arena. Let's open a booster. What's good here? Nothing that great, really. I like the art on that Elite Headhunter. It's like this cool, like, knight that's mixing like an anime pose with knights. Nothing remains of his foes but the gripping story of their downfall. This flavor text is epic. Then we've got the Deafening Silence that I haven't really seen it played in Arena, but I think people like it in Modern or other formats. Each player cannot cast more than one non-creature spell each turn, so that really shuts down, spells decks. And the rare Castle Embereth. I don't really play too much red, so not a big deal for me. And let's see, one more booster pack right here. I got a wild card. Ooh, I love the Covetous Urge. I don't really get to play it that often, but I love the concept of it. I love being this dirty Dimir player that mess with my opponent and steal their cards and discard their hand and mill their deck. I'm a little bit less about milling deck. I much more love hand disruption. And so a Covetous Urge. Speaking of hand disruption, did everyone in the chat hear that they're adding new things to... Let me pull it up this way. They are going to start to add the... They are going to start to add the... let me see here. How do I look this up? Magic Arena Historic cards. This just... Yeah, this is it right here. Did everyone in the chat see this? I'll zoom in right now. Did everyone see this in the chat that they have announced what cards are going to be in the first historic pool? They're calling it Historic Anthology 1. They're going to add 20 cards. Brand new. There's a list of them right over here. There's some interesting ones. Let's zoom in here to the full thing. View image. Check it out right here. There's some interesting things here. Goblin Matron. They're going to add Goblin Matron for your Goblin Tribal. Mind Stone. They're going to add Mind Stone to Arena. That's from Weatherlight. That, of course, is not the proper Weatherlight frame and border. Or just frame, I guess. But check it out right here. They're going to add Ornithopter. They're going to add Ornithopter to Arena, the classic 0-2. I wish they had the original, I believe, Amy Weber art. Instead, they're adding Franz Vowinkle. They're adding Burning Tree Emissary. That's a good card. Imperious Prefect is cool for Elf deck. What else? They're adding Phyrexian Arena. That's cool. 3 mana. Deals 1 damage to you, but you draw a card. So it's a Howling Mine for yourself. They're adding Hypnotic Spectre. I wish it was the original art, however. So that's what I was getting at. That I love these. I love this disruption. And so Hypnotic Spectre, the good old hippie, is coming back to Arena. So... enough dilly-dallying. Let's get back to this. So, Covetous Urge, and then I cracked a Fires of Invention. Cool card. I don't play it, but props to people that play it well. Let's go over to actually start our draft. Thorne of Eldraine. 5G. Yeah, Hippie's coming back. Like I said, I wish it had the original art. Return a non-land permanent. Slaying Fire 3 damage. Adamant 4 damage. Beanstalk Giant. Search for lands to get a big old creature. Outflank. Trapped in the Tower. Witching Well. Smitten Swordmaster, Lash of Thorns, Fling, Curious Pair, Beanstalk. From here, I'm thinking possibly turn into a pumpkin, but leaning towards Slaying Fire and Beanstalk Giant. So a couple questions. What do you think of these rares and uncommons? And second, does the music sound okay? I remember last week, the music didn't sound good. Can we hear the music this time? Hopefully you can hear some music there. I am running Pretzel Rocks, so it should have some music playing in the background. You can hear it. Okay, good. So I'm thinking Beanstalk Giant, it'll help me ramp, so 7 mana, eventually I get a big old giant, or just some red damage. Turn into a pumpkin, maybe gets me a food, but returns their creature. And these commons, I'll get to these commons later. Isn't anything quite amazing. Maybe if I go with green, I can get that Beanstalk. If I get other green creatures, Curious Pair, I can have a food turn 1, turn to a 1/3, and then later on Beanstalk it. Then of course good old direct damage. So I see 3 green things here, 2 red things. I'm gonna go with the giant. Yeah, it's a huge mana investment, but search your library for a basic land and such. So let's give it a shot with that green. Let's see what else we get. Got the Deathless Knight in green, 4/2, and it can keep coming back if you gain life. Veteran. In red, we've got Searing Barrage, 5 damage to something. In green, Garen Brig Paladin, 4/4, Adamant. If at least 3 green, it enters with +1s, can't be blocked by small creatures. I guess stick with green, right? I'm gonna grab that 4/2 Hasty. Maybe this red will wheel back. Maybe green red. I mean green black or green red. I love Revenge of Ravens. If I go with green red, Fireboy Knight, it's a 2/3 double strike. I like that. Mara Leaf Rider, 3/1. Green black seems to play well. I might go with green black. So 3/1 with lure built in. 2/2. Gargoyle, land, green black. Wolverine, it's a 2/1. 2/1 first strike when you draw your second card. It's still early, so okay. There's some good red things here, but let's get this Ravens. In limited, this is great because you really mess with your opponent. Here in green or black, well, Noble Knight, Malevolent Knight, don't really like that one too much unless you're dealing with like spirits, I suppose. There's the Tall as a Beanstalk to make other things larger. In red, that Rimrock Knight is good. It's a +2/+0, and then it's a 3/1. Joust is good if I'm doing knights. I don't know, I'm seeing a couple of knight things here. So it could be black red, it could be green red. I'm seeing Joust. Creature you control, 2/1 if it's a knight. So I could make this knight huge, +2/+1, and then with this Rimrock, it gives something else +2/+0 until end of turn, and then it's a knight. Or I can go with the only kind of meaningful green here. I guess in black, a 2/2 for 2 is okay. And I don't really like it. Sacrifice an artifact or another creature, gets a +1. It's still early. I'm gonna grab this Joust. Let's see if maybe we can pivot into, maybe there might be some knights, maybe. Reaper of Night, way too expensive. There's black, there's green. I can make some for 6 mana I can make a bunch of boars. It's way too much. I'm not getting any good ramp. Hengewalker, 3/3 for 3. If I adamant it, or else it's a 2. Maybe the Reaper because They discard 2 cards in turn 4, and then eventually I get a 4/5 in the top end. Yeah, that's got 2 things that go on, so let's grab that Reaper. Garen Brig Carver, something gets +2/+2. The cabin, create food. Eye Collector, Lockthwain Paladin. What's this one? 3/2 Menace. A 3/2 Menace is good, and then even if you adamant it, even for even with Menace, 4 mana for a 3/2 Menace. Okay, let's go with that. See if we can adamant it. Ferocity of the Wilds, attacking non-humans, get something. There's that Curious Pair, Memory Theft. Memory Theft, I want to lean towards Memory Theft just because I love that Dimir or Mono Black hand disruption. I don't know how strong that usually is in Limited, however. There's a Curious Pair, turn 1 food, turn 2 pair. I'm leaning towards Theft. The pair in the green could also work. I'm going to go with my instinct of the Memory Theft, because that also deals with people with their cards on adventures. There's a Human Knight there. Joust would work great, or you may sacrifice a food. If you do, target gets +5, otherwise it gets +3. And we get that pair again. That comes back over here. I suppose Lash of Thorns. Nothing good here. Fling or a 0/3. Another Beanstalk or a Weapon Rack. Let's go with that Weapons Rack because it can then transfer it can make things strong. Ooh, Ginger Brute. That's fun. Okay, Cauldron's Gift. I'm not really sticking with any green at all so far. Okay, Harmer, or Ranger, create 2 humans. Creatures you control get +2/+1. I kind of want that. Garen Brig Paladin, 4/4 Adamant. Cannot be blocked. Okay, I already saw that one. Giant's Skewer. There's that Prophet. Witch's Vengeance, I think, is amazing. There's a Reeve Soul. That's going to be cool, too. Let's grab that Witch's Vengeance. Another Ginger Brute, maybe. Forever Young. Tree Folk, put 2 counters on a creature for 4. We'll do that Spider. Keeper of Fables. There's another Revenge of Ravens. Barrow Witches. Okay, here's some acceleration. Mana Dork. Spectre's Shriek, Reeve Soul. Get a little creature out of here. The Halberd. When it enters, attach it to a non-human. Otherwise, you pay 5 to equip. I don't like that. Another Memory Theft. We'll go with a creature. Guess another Curious Pair. So right now I'm just kind of lost in thought. If 3 black, put cards, choose a creature card in your graveyard, return it. I guess that'll be the best of that pick. Nothing here. Well, I guess the Wolverine, but not really. I guess I'm not really going to do black. There's the Ginger Brute, or return something from the graveyard. Another memory theft, sure. Gargoyle, I guess. And mine, I guess. Okay, third pack. Really gotta commit now. So Knights wasn't really working, so forget red ad completely. Once and future instant, return target card from your graveyard to your hand. Put up to one other card from your graveyard on top of your library. Exile it. If at least 3 green was paid, return those cards to your hand and exile. Seems like a lot of hoops. So this Forever Young at least is going to draw a card. Smitten Swordmaster, Forever Young. Yeah, I got the Forever Young. Smitten Swordmaster, I guess, a 2/1. Lifelink, I don't think I'm going to get much out of it. I'm not really doing Knights, so that minus X won't really do much. What about a 4/5? There's a lag. Yeah, no problem. The Wi-Fi radio waves have to travel, you know, across the ocean to get here. At least if I look in that direction approximately, I will be looking towards New Zealand, so the radio waves can go directly here to San Diego. Science. Okay, I'm thinking of doing the Keeper of Fables as a 4/5. I'm not really doing any other non-humans, and this is 5 mana for 4/5, double green. I guess I need creatures. That'll be on the high end. There's another Keeper. Another Curious Fell the Pheasant for a flyer. I want that Fell the Pheasant, but I guess I want a creature instead. There's that once again, Lucky Clover. Am I doing anything with it? I'm not really doing anything with adventures. So that Lucky Clover might not really be useful. Just clean this up a little bit here. Anything with adventures? The Acolyte and the Curious Pair. Yeah, okay, I'm going to do the Lucky Clover. That'll let me copy things. Because besides that, there's the Fruit to draw. Two damage to another creature draws me a card, and she's a 4/2. Sure. There's that ninja knight, the elite headhunter. 2/3 menace. Sacrifice another creature. Gets 2 damage to target creature or planeswalker. Not loving it, but I guess. There's another Reaper. I did get 1 Reaper, right? So I think 1 Reaper is fine. Ooh, the egg. Want that egg for card draw. Cauldron's Gift, Giant Opportunity, Wildwood Tracker. That's the one that gets good when there's another non-human. 1/1. Sacrifice 2 foods. I'm not really big on food. I guess I got the Curious Pair. If this works out perfectly, I've got the Curious Pair, which then I can Giant Opportunity, or it'll give me more food. Yeah, well, let's see what happens. And there's still that Once and Future that I don't really care about. Spectral Festive Smitten. There's a Walker. Did I get any of these? Witch's Cottage. I got 1 Witch's Cottage. I don't really need too many. And a 2/2 or an equipable thing. Let's go with the 2/2. Nothing here. Although that Claim the Firstborn's art is pretty amazing. And lastly, that quarry. Okay. Well, oops, I got a gem for something. Great. All right, we'll start crafting that deck in just a moment. Let's switch over to the card cam, and I got some cool things to unpack over here. So, I think that'll be fun. Let's switch things up for a moment to go look at some things. This will be an interesting deck. Uh-oh, does that mean interesting good or interesting game over? We'll see what happens. But let's go over here to the card cam. So here's what I got. Here's a recap of what I'm going to open up at the moment. I mentioned it at the very beginning of the stream, but let's recap. So again, I'm not opening any Magic cards at the moment, but I bought a bunch of these cards from the overstock of the local comic shop. Ice Age, remember that movie? The Ice Age, it was fun. And how many sequels of that were there? There were like 2 or 3 in total of these. This is 8 cards. I think this is, what year is this from? 2002. Okay, so for $1, my comic shop was like, yeah, let's get rid of these. Some sucker will buy them, and I did. Next up, this is, I gotta look this up again, but actually, if you can look it up there in the chat while I'm explaining it, Awesome All-Stars 5 full-color stickers and gum. I believe this is from like 1981 or so. I didn't really see any copyright anywhere, any date anywhere. But I believe when I looked them up, when I bought them, they were from like 1981 or something. And yes, these also have a stick of gum. And no, I will not be eating that 30-year-old gum again. So these were for 25 cents. Collect all 99 of them. It's just like some weird, like fun, cards. You love the scratch with the nut fetish. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting characters in that. And I had a little stuffed Scrat doll back in the day. I believe I bought it at Blockbuster Video? Something like that. Okay, next I've got a booster pack of Mobius art cards. So Gerard, I believe his name is Gerard Mobius, a famous French cartoonist of sci-fi, fantasy, and speculative fiction. 10 cards. Look for special prize and chromium cards. So we'll open up that, and look, it's landscape, just like Unstable. And then my final booster of the Marvel Masterwork. So I'm loving these. We'll open that. And oh yeah, there's my Black Lotus again. Anyway, let's so what do we vote there in the chat? Which of these should we open up first? Ice Age, All-Stars, Mobius. I want to do Marvel last. So Ice Age, All-Stars, or Mobius. Which one should we open up there? Put your votes in. Press F to choose the cards. We'll open these up before we get back into Ice Age. Okay, we got to vote for Ice Age. That was the first vote I saw. So let's open up Ice Age. $1. 2002, that is 789, 17 years later. I can't believe it. Let's see what we get. Let's see what our pack one, pick one is. I don't remember the names of these characters at all. I didn't even remember the name of Scrat until you mentioned it, but it's like, yeah, that's that Squirrel Rat. And this is like when, what was his name? Like he was a sloth? Was his name Manny? Is that coming back to me? Was it John Leguizamo, the voice actor, and it was Manny? Manny the sloth or the marmot or something? And here he was like hanging out with like some girl. Sid. Oh yeah, Sid the sloth. Yeah, Sid the sloth. And there he is hanging out with some girl sloths in a jacuzzi. And then the little kid they had to protect. Let's see, what is the back? What does the back say? Sid uses Roshan as a hot spring as a hot springs to impress 2 lady sloths, Jennifer and Rachel. That's funny. Manny the mammoth, yeah. Manny upset takes the baby back despite Sid's desperate pleas. Now, it's kind of hard to see here, but that's like some bad graphic design. I have a degree in graphic design, and this torments me, but they printed black text on a black background. You can't even read that. This is number 44. Yep, I remember that. Sid hanging out with the girl sloths. Oh yeah, and then the humans. The humans, they were like so Neanderthal. That's kind of an epic portrait right there. So Neanderthal-ish. And what's on the back here? Okay, like this is gonna put together like a big old poster. Here you get, you know, Sid's nose, and you get like 20 more of these, and you get the poster. So it's like really funny. Like there's like no context right here at all. Like they don't put like any quote. They don't put anything except the name of the movie, and then on the back, of course, it's like nothing. It's not even like what number is this. And we've got here, oh, this is hilarious. I like that. There's Scrat with his nut fetish. Although, shouldn't he be sinking into the snow? Did they run out of like rendering processing power and they didn't put his little paws in the snow as well as the acorn? And I love that. Look at that. Remember how he would like just so contort himself? So, obsessive mammal, small and nervous. This text is so small. Though not a real squirrel, this animal is based on the earliest mammals, who were as small as mice. So yep, kind of cool art on that. This is card number 24. I'm well on my way to get the whole collection. This card right here is terrible. Like, you can't see anything. And unfortunately, like, you know, 2002 computer-generated graphics have really not stood the test of time. Everything's like so gray, monotone, like you can't really see detail. Like, yeah, there's one of the saber-tooths over here, and this is like the scene when they're gonna go attack the village or something. It'll explain it back here. We attack at dawn, high atop a cliff and unseen by the humans. Fierce saber-toothed tigers plan to make their attack. Runar, Roshan, father, fends off the hungry tigers. Yeah, wasn't he almost like eaten by the tigers in that movie? And we've got Sid over here, pretty cute. Big old nose and the eyes. And then on the back, it's... That's his herd up the hill, Sid says as he points to a nearby hilltop. Okay, cool. And then what's this? Oh, look at this there. This is transparent. Can you see my hand right there? This is not like a cell or anything. This is an ice cards. Look how hip and cool it is with a Z or a Z. And on the back is nothing really, but it's like, oh, these gimmicks of cards that like, wouldn't it be cool if like Magic had cards like this that were like transparent somehow? Can we get a good close-up of that? Yep, so that was a booster of Ice Age cards. I remember seeing the movie. I liked it. I haven't seen it in a long time. I never saw any of the sequels. And here I'm opening up a booster of these cards, especially the Ice cards. So pretty cool. Speaking of cards, let's get back to our game here, and let's see how this deck comes together. I got 52 cards. And kind of on the high end, okay, 4 in total, 20 creatures. I could shave off a few creatures. But first, let me switch my sleeve. Okay. We'll look at it this way. Gingerbrew 1/1 haste. Gargoyle, don't want that. Lash of Thorns, probably not. Smitten Swordmaster only got 1. 2 pairs. Curious pairs for food and stuff. That food's gonna feed my giant later on. Squire 2/2. It's probably not gonna do too much, although I do have adventure things. Forever Young, draw a card at least. Reeve Soul, kill stuff. Golden Egg, draw a card. Lucky Clover, copy your adventures. Rosethorn Acolyte, Mana Dork. Spider for the flyers. Walkers, probably take out these walkers. Let me take out the walkers for a moment and then we'll see if we put them back. Memory Theft. I don't know. Should I keep that memory theft? View your opponent's hand, make them discard something. We'll see. Witch's Vengeance, I like that as a board wipe for certain creatures. Giant Opportunity, if I've got some food, this will be amazing. Locktwing Paladin, 3/2 Menace, good. 4/2 Noble, that if I hurt something else, I get a card. 2/3 Menace. That's 17 creatures there. I could cut one. Deathless Knight, 4/2 with haste. So do I want a 4/2 with haste? Well, actually, yeah, that's the one I'm going to keep because it's either black or green, so that's the one that's going to be castable at least. This Headhunter is going to need 4 black, so that's cut. This Oakham, that's going to need 4 green. Although I want that tap ability really bad. Revenge of Ravens. Cut the Headhunter. Yep, we got the Headhunter out. I'm thinking of maybe the Oakham, but that tap ability is amazing. +1 to everything. Revenge of Ravens. Once in future. Okay, I don't want that one, right? Return target card from your graveyard. Yeah, it's too much trouble. Weapon rack. Nah. Garen Brigg Paladin on as a 4/4. Big old 4/5 Fable. Cauldron's Gift. Maybe. Prophet of the Peak. Quarry. Reaper and Beanstalk. That's 45 cards. We have 16 creatures. That's good. I'll probably cut the Wolf's Quarry. Okay, I'm going to cut that Cauldron and the Quarry. That's 43 cards. Keeping all the creatures. Let's look again here. Forever Young. Let's card draw and return creatures. Reeve Soul. Golden Egg draws a card. Later on gives me life. Lucky Clover. Acolyte, Spider, Memory. Okay, I'm going to cut the Memory Thefts. Witch's Vengeance, 41 cards. Yeah, let's go with that. So, 1/1 haste. And becomes unblockable. Gain some life. Smitten Swordmaster, 2/1 lifelink. Might get me a little bit of life. Curious Pair makes some food, gives you a 1/3. Garen Brigg Squire, this is a soldier, not a knight. Forever Young draws a card, returns creatures. Reeve Soul kills creatures. Golden Egg draws a card, gives me life. Lucky Clover doubles the adventures. Acolyte gives me mana. And it's a 2/3. Spider, 1/5 reach, Witch's Vengeance, -3/-3 to certain creatures. Giant Opportunity, get a big ol' giant. Paladin, 3/2 Menace. Guardian, 4/2, draws me a card, possibly. Deathless Knight, 4/2 haste, keeps returning if I gain life. Oakham Ranger, that's the one I'm iffy on, but we'll see how that goes. 2/2. Or +1 things. Revenge of Ravens. I love that one. Paladin 4/4 Adamant. Comes in as a 4/4, unblockable by little creatures. 4/5 Cat. Prophet of the Peak, the other cat, 5/5. And you scry. Reaper. Adventure to have them discard and then get a 4/5, and then a big old giant. So, why do I still have a Dwarven Mine? Okay, I don't want the Dwarven Mine. And 16 creatures, 17 lands. So I got the Swamp, 1 Cottage, 1 Forest. Okay, let's switch. Actually, let's switch the. Whoops. Let's switch the... Let's switch the lands. I want to do different lands here. Which one have I not done recently? I kind of like this really luminous sort of swamp. I like that ominous swamp. Bolas's Citadel. Let's go with Bolas's Citadel. And then the forests. Let's see, with some forest. Well, I like how this one's nice and green here, really overgrown. That's cool. Or I could just also go with the War of the Spark land. I like that really green tree. I like that one. I like that one. A lot of these forests are beautiful. Let's go with this Dominaria one. I like how there's like a statue. There's a mossy statue right there. Okay, so that's 8 forests. There we go. So we're going to go with the War of the Spark, Bolas's Citadel Swamp, and the Dominaria mossy statue. Okay. Let's start this off here. So let's predict how many wins is this going to be. 5? 12? How many wins are we going to get? All of them? We're going to get all the wins? Thank you for that luck. Let's see what happens. Taking a little while to connect. Is it trying to pair me up with, you know, other amazing players, and it's just, it can't? That's weird. It's taking a while. Okay, let's cancel. Okay. I got a draw. Did I win anything? No, if you draw, you win nothing. That's like both of you lost, right? Yeah, nothing happened. How does that even happen? I think something happened with a connection or something. Now, last week I was having some weird connection issues and things were kind of crashing. So hopefully it doesn't happen again. Rogue deck wins. Okay, so what do we want to do here? Slow-ish, but we'll keep that. Ginger Brute to turn 1. At least there's that shock and awe of the Ginger Brew. Let's see if I get anything good for turn 2. Nothing turn 2. Okay. Oh, actually, nah, that's just the adventure. Turn 3, I can go get a land from that beanstalk. I'm playing white. White and black. Which those colors usually don't do too much, right? Although I am dealing with a high silver player. This is Death Touch. 2/1 Death Touch. I guess that's whatever. Okay, let's go grab another land. I guess one more swamp. This can be unblockable. Huh. I guess we'll just see if they attack. They're not going to attack with that. Unless, of course, they equip it with some amazing equipment. Okay, so I'm already at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm at 5 mana. Oh, man. Okay, so I'm at 5 mana, and what can I do with 5 mana? Nothing much, but I can bring out my Acolyte. That'll be a 2/3. If I bring out my 4/2, that'll let me kill that, and I'm sure they're gonna attack with it. Okay, it's I guess we don't need to speed it up as I usually do. I'm usually very aggro, so let's hold back. And if they attack with that Winter Moor Commander, even if they bring out one more Knight, I hopefully can take it out. I've got a 4/2 Guardian. They're gonna need to attack with. Yeah, there we go. They're attacking now. They've got a lot of mana open, so that could be a lot of bad stuff. Yeah, they have some instant. They're going to get the +2/+1. Well, even if they +2/+1, I guess not. Okay. So I got rid of an important creature. There's another 3/2. Okay, fine. Revenge of Ravens. Oh, I want to do that. But they're still going to hit me with 6. They're still going to hit me with 4. Guess we'll do this 3/2. And that's an Elf Druid. Okay. So we're going to have to take 6 damage anyway, but that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I get my 6th land, well, that'll be enough to Adamant the Gerenbrig Paladin. That'll become a 5/5. I have 20 life. That's not so bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there's a giant opportunity, which I can't quite use just yet, but let's Adamant this. So I feel I'm pretty sure they're gonna have, hey everyone in the chat, how are you doing? This is our first game of Limited, and let's see what's going on. I'm sure they... Okay, they had that. Okay, that's what they had. I guess that's fine. I thought they were gonna have that +2/+1 thing, but they're gonna drop that poison creature. I mean that Death Touch. How am I gonna get rid of that? So my 5/5 is gonna get it. But actually it's unblockable. Hey, this is unblockable by everything here. They probably have a combat trick. They're looking at their hand. They probably have it, but that might just be a fun distraction that they have there. No, they have it. Well, I guess they 2-for-1 to me. Okay, Curious Pair. Well, let me create this food so that I can get to the point about that opportunity. In the meantime, I'm just going to build a little bit of a board presence. I don't need to... Oh, I can't even do that anyway just yet. And I don't need that pair... Yeah, I might as well bring it out. It could be a block... Oh, because it'll do that. But anyway, that's just until end of turn. Amazing. Okay, so they could attack with that 1/1. They've got a lot of mana. I guess they're eyeing my Acolyte. They're gonna kill it. Skewer, okay. That's a +2/+1 as well. Guess I'm gonna have to team up. Double blocking. They're probably gonna put it onto their 3/2. Or they'll probably put it on their Death Touch. Silver Flame Squire, they tapped out. Okay. So I can adamant this as a 4/3 with Menace, but actually they're going to want to attack. Let's bring out this Raven. And I guess I'm fine with that. Okay, so they're going to attach that big ol' skewer. Probably the smartest thing is to put it onto the Death Touch creature, but they're out of that. Okay, so I can return something. Oh, I guess I can't. So dumb. Okay, well, I just need one more freaking food. Okay, well, we'll let that go. 5, 6, 7, 3, 4, 5. 2 more mana away from that. 1 more mana away from that huge creature. And I guess they got 2 of them. And I'm sure they're still not quite attacking. Okay, so if they get 1 more mana next turn, I'm done. I got my mana. Okay. That's what I needed there. Tapping 2 of my creatures, I guess, although I still have a 6/6. Did they get their final mana? Nope, they're gonna bake that into a pie. Okay, great. And then they pop off here with everything. Okay, well, I don't think I'm really getting anything useful. They're gonna attach their thing. That's amazing. That is not a food. Okay, turnabout is fair play. Ha 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 ha, I took away their thing. Amazing. They wanted that circle so bad and now it's in the graveyard. But instead they got a land, so now they'll get an amazing 4/5. Well, I'm going to have one myself as well. Oh man, I didn't tap that right. I needed to drop that land so I can have another blocker. Whoops. Okay, so they're going to attack with a 4/5, but mine is not. Yeah, they're going to attach that 4/7. Okay, well, cool. It just didn't really work out with what was happening here, so let's keep going. And we'll see another game here. So I think I got a little bit of mana wasn't quite there in the beginning. So while that's opening up here. Okay, here we go. So I'm not sure why it feels like these games are taking a little longer to match up. Get to go first. Guess this is vaguely adequate. Got a Reeve Soul, got a Squire. And my opponent, Ilu Vatar. That's kind of an interesting name right there, and dealing with someone in bronze, moving their way up, so good for them. Single black mana, what is that? Okay. As Reeve Soul, that's a sorcery. Okay, that's a 2-1. At least I'm getting some lands. That's good. Let's get rid of that since it'll have lifelink. And then go in to some Smitten. Actually, Garenbrig Squire, Smitten Squire. Okay, that's a 2-3. Get to Scry. Pretty cool. If I get my 4th land, I can do a Revenge of Ravens. Okay, cool. After that, I think I'll drop the Spider, then I have something to hit with the Wicked Guardian. So I'm dealing with black and white. They have their own Guardian to slap. But they're not going to attack with it. Actually, they are going to attack with it. Okay. I'm fine with that. Because I'll be able to bring it back in a moment. And then that's a 1-5. That'll easily take the Wicked Old Guardian's punishment. And that's equipable with 3, but instead they'll equip it with a flyer. Okay. And that's an extra land. Okay, well, they're going to equip their flyer with a thing. I need that Witch's Vengeance. That'll take care of that Flutterfox. Fake. No one uses that at all. Guess I don't really have anything dead that I want to bring back, so we'll just draw a card. That's a Curious Pair, sure. And then here I'm fine with attacking. They probably won't block. Alright, so hopefully I get some good stuff in my draws. This time I've got a ton of lands. I've got 6 whole lands. 4, 5, 6, 7. They have 7 as well. I'm so used to not having, you know, I was playing the ladder a lot in Standard, and just used to like not needing like a lot of lands. I guess my spider's dead if they keep looking at it. They didn't attach their skewer. They're kind of jiggling all over the place, looking at every single thing. That's kind of annoying. That's like when people, you know, flick their cards. The equivalent here is when someone's mouse is just roaming all over the place, and then that is not what I need. Okay. Beanstalk Giant's not going to work because I just can't get that food to stick around. So right here, like, so indecisive. They're going to attach that. That's going to be 6, 7, 8 damage. And if I don't get a good top pull, it's like there's nothing that can be done here. So that's not even that good. Okay, well, let's see the next one. And I guess this is just kind of cementing that, like, I'm not able to really wrap my head around the Thorne of Eldraine draft very well. Let's see about Crookstar. Is a very slow opening hand. Green and white. Are we going to see some adventure stuff going on? Hushbringer. Creatures entering the battlefield or dying don't cause abilities to trigger. Let's see if I'm able... Well, I'll be able to just block it in the air. Alright, so just kind of holding off, nothing interesting is happening, and they probably have a combat trick here. Everyone gets all the good things. But I guess they want to get a little bit more life. This person is extremely slow. Cannot stand that. Okay, so guess we'll set up a blocker. And this person is just so slow. So, while they're thinking about their plots over there, maybe at the same time I could open up one of these boosters. I kind of want to focus on it from like the real camera and stuff, but you know, this person is either really slow or they are trolling me. So, okay, they got their own giant happening. Let's see, what are we going to deal with this? I guess We'll block the blocker. So here I can have my own 5/5 blocker, but let's see if anything happens about that. There is that one green card with the knight wrestling a bear. That's a fight effect. They could do that onto my own paladin. So they obviously have some tricks here because they would not be charging at me without them. So they have 27 life. That's a 3/6 with nothing much special. Well, want to get that. Want to draw that. I cannot adamant that just yet. Stupid shuffler. Okay, so let's wait on that. So I shouldn't have let it auto tap because then at that moment I could have also brought in that paladin. See, they're doing it right there. They're doing the manual tap. Usually the auto tap works pretty well, but the oh, what's going on here? Are they attacking? Looks like they're attacking. Alright, I'll block that flyer, and then I'll just gain some life. So that basically negates their attack. Alright, so I guess they're about to get an amazing card. It looks like they're about to do some cool adventure stuff. They have a great adventure card here, so they're gonna pull out that one Ardenvale Tactician. Watch this. They might tap me out, but then they're definitely going to bring out an Ardenvale Tactician right now. This is the 2/3 flyer. So it's kind of interesting that this Hushbringer, it's kind of pushed, isn't it? It's a 1/2 flying lifelink for 2 mana, and then it stops ETBs and dying effects. Okay, that's not so bad. Okay, that'll help. I wish this had a clock, like a chess clock, so I can see how long this person's been wasting my time. Well, when we've got these attackers, some of the damage will be negated, but not enough, because then Linden is giving them more life back. So if I can peel my second Revenge of Ravens, that'll definitely help out. And, that'll be a little life. Alright, so let's see where we end up here. I started with 13 life. They do their attack. I gain a little life. So I end up basically at 13 life again, right? They're getting a huge amount of life, but I don't know, eventually I'll get my breakout card. That's not it, but that's fine because I can hit my big creature. Oh, actually not really. Okay, well, GG. So people need to read their cards and play the game. So they are creating... You gain 1 life for each creature. Okay, I guess. 39 life. You get to attack me with all of those things. So obviously eventually they'll break through with their power card. Now the only thing about the clock, so they have 1 extension left, whereas I have 3. They're going to attack with 2 things again. Again, I'm going to end up with, 13 life. We're just trying to create board states over here. Flex an intruder, okay. More bears. And there's the freaking opportunity again, so... So I was able to pull off that opportunity 1 time, right? But then... Besides that, now why is it getting pluses? Why is it getting those +1s? +1 counter, enter the battlefield this turn. Cast 3, 2s. Oh, I know, yeah, because of the Pathfinder. Okay, so... So we keep getting the same dance. Eventually, I'm sure this spider is going to get taken out. Okay, so that's a fairy, and that's a fairy. If I can get that Witch's Vengeance, this will be amazing. Okay, well... How about a 4/5? Whenever one or more non-human creatures you control deals combat damage, draw a card. Deals combat damage to a player. Oh man. That's not going to happen. We are so stalling. How many cards do we have anyway? 21 cards versus 21 cards. I totally need my other Revenge of Ravens. That will completely upend things. Now playing Derps by Popski. That's funny. There we go. There's that other Revenge O Ravens. So now if they keep attacking with those two flyers, that's 4 damage to them. And I gain 4 life. Now we'll see how long until... We'll see how long until the... well, this is still not going to work out because even if they attack with everything, they have 45 life, so they're not in any danger of that. Dizzying Swoop is the name of that. And let's see what's going on here. Well, I guess we're on a 20-turn clock until these decks run out of juice. Run out of gas. Okay, this will be interesting. Let's see what the math does. Two, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That'd be total of 20 damage if I take it. But then there's 1, 2... Alright, let's see this in action. So even if I let everything through, that's 20 damage. Look at that. Chump block and take out what I can. Yep. Got 29 life versus 33. Now let's see if they don't put in some sort of amazing... Okay, so Linden is attacking. Let's try to take her out. And got all of these bears. Let's take out a bear. Let's see if they don't have any... Let's see if they don't have any... combat tricks. Okay, so... Probably, if they don't have combat tricks, Linden is done. Double blocking those bears. Chump blocking a bear. Yeah, so that's still only going to be 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's only 11, unless they do some combat trick. Like +2/+2 to everything. Reading the card explains the card. When you do, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Fucking bullshit. Why did I not read? Okay, but wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let's take a quick look at the graveyard. Do I still have... I should have one more curious pair, which gives me one more food, which gives me one more giant opportunity. So let's see what happens with that. Well, that's a 9/9, but it doesn't have trample. Ooh, that's a 10/10, but it doesn't have trample. Oh, look at that, I have more life than them for the first time. So I'm going to use that Reaper of the Night to have them discard their thing or use it. They've only got a 1 mana. So what are they contemplating? I guess they do have a single return target permanent you control to its owner's hand. So they're going to return a land to their hand, I guess? see if they returned. I guess it didn't matter what they returned. Let's look at the art on this bear. This is pretty epic. There's so many of these tokens that, like, if you look at them carefully, the there's more than what meets the eye, because this is not only like a fun bear. He's like walking into the house, and he's like going grrr, and he's walking into the house. There's a lot of these tokens, especially the food tokens. If you look at this food token right here, there's a wolf's paw back there because Little Red Riding Hood didn't quite make it, I guess. See how there's that paw right there? And then like this bear token right here, it's happening inside of a house, even though you would think that the you know, you might not really see too much, like where's the bear doing its thing. Let's see, so they got a lot of flyers. Guess I'll just... any one of these is fine. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 damage, but then 4 was negated. Let's see what would come up here. Okay, so that's... yeah, let's just go on. It has been going a while there, just like there were no answers coming up. It's pretty much locked down. And that's 3. Wow. This was pretty bad. I haven't had, you know, 0 and 3 in a while. At least one time. And let's open that pack. Grumgully. That's kind of fun that he is an uncommon and not a rare. And then Doom Foretold. In the end, death usually has its way. Fun flavor art, or flavor text as usual. I don't know why every time I see this art for this bartered cow, I think it has 2 heads. Like, I don't know why I'm seeing the little kid, and I kind of see another head on that cow or something. Kind of weird. Okay, well, everyone, kind of a little more tired than I thought. I've been going for 1 hour. You got the Doom Foretold pre-release. Ooh, nice. So it's got the nice gold stamping on it and everything. Cool. I didn't go to pre-release this time, so I didn't really get any pre-release card this time, but that's coming along. The collection. I need to see what cards I'm still missing, and then I gotta go off and buy the missing pieces of the collection. I think my Eldraine collection is coming together pretty well. I did get... what did I get actually here? What are the Eldraine cards that matter? There's that Hushbringer, the one that was tormenting me right now. I got Linden. What's good in white? Sir Aelin. We got an Emery, Lurker of the Loch. I actually got 2 Emerys. I sold one to someone else in the club. He really, really wanted that Emery. I got a Gadwick the Wizened. Still looking for cards for my M20. Oh, cool. Thanks so much about that. What else is good here? So tiny. I love Ayara. I really use her on my deck. My black deck. Clackbridge Troll, that one's so much fun. Who doesn't want an 8/8 haste creature? I only got 2 Revenge of Ravens. I want to make a deck from it. In red, I got Fires of Invention, although I don't play that deck. Sir Kara, she's cool. I got the Edgewall Innkeeper. I guess only one of those. That's a pretty great card. Flaxen Intruder that we just saw. Got the Great Henge. Dance of the Manse. The Wicked Wolf. I got a Doom Foretold. You got a foil Fae of Wishes. Oh, cool. The All Art one. Nice. Yeah, so got some cool stuff here and there. I did happen to get this one over here, so I'm pretty happy that I got one of the got one of these right here. Not a foil or a full art or anything like that, but I got a Broco card, which is going to be banned on Monday because it's just been warping the meta so far. So I got one of those little guys, and yeah, that was from Cracking Packs, and he jumped into my collection, number 197. Let's see, anything good? Did I get an Ember Cleave? I don't think I got that. What are the big cards that everyone wants in Eldraine? I got the Castle Ardenvale, Castle Vantress. I think people like that blue castle a lot. Nice. My brother got the borderless foil Garruk. I like calling him Garruk, but obviously it's Garrick. The foil. Okay, the borderless foil. Wow. Like you can retire off of that one. And yeah, so that's there right there. Well, like I said, a little more tired than I would like. Actually, I was kind of up early, like at 8 a.m. because I was trying to get Comic-Con tickets, and so I'm kind of fading at the moment. So we hung out a little bit, played a little Magic. Hopefully people had a little bit of fun. I'm gonna wrap it up at the moment. Thanks everyone for dropping by, and I kind of feel like I need to step up my streaming game a little bit with like more fun stuff. Maybe I need to get more trivia games or something, or promote it. And like I appreciate everyone coming to hang out. It's always cool when people come to hang out instead of talking to myself. So thanks everyone for hanging out. This has been VM Campos, and I'll see you next time.